Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Destiny and today I'm bringing you my Summerween sign up in TBR. A real quick side note before anybody asks, these are not new. I normally wear contacts, but I think I scratched one of my eyes recently and so I needed to stay away from contacts for a little while. So if there is a bad glare, I apologize, but I literally can't read my notes without either these or my contacts. I am super excited for Summerween. If you haven't heard of it, it is a brand new readathon being hosted by two of my favorite booktubers, Gabby from Gabby Reads and Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte. And of course, I will post links in the description below to both of their announcement videos so you can check those out. But Summerween goes from August 24th to August 30th, and I'm excited because, as everyone knows, I love spooky books year-round, but I get especially excited whenever there's any reason to have a spooky readathon outside of Halloween time. I mean, don't get me wrong, Halloween spooky reads are great too, but it's nice to see people give the horror genre some love outside of October. So I was very excited when I saw this, and I love the fact that several of my friends immediately sent me links to the videos being like, did you see this? You have to sign up for this. So like, we appreciate friends who recognize our brands. Anyways, there are 5 prompts for Summerween, and I wanted to go with 5 horror books, but I did end up fudging a little bit and picking a dark fantasy book for one of them, just because 1, it fit the prompt really well, and 2, it's a book that I really wanted to pick up this month anyways. I also managed to make 4 out of the 5 books that I picked arcs, which is great because that goes along with my arc August goals, so I'm really excited about that. So getting into the prompts, the first prompt is to pick a book with a creepy cover, and for this I'm going with Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cesare. I am definitely one of those people who is creeped out by clowns, so I feel like this is a pretty sufficiently spooky cover. And this is actually releasing on the 26th, so if it interests you at all, definitely pre-order a copy so you can add it to your Summerween TBR or pick it up this fall. But anyways, this is a YA horror about a small town where a killer clown goes on the loose. Adam Cesare, I think this might be his first YA horror. I know that he writes a lot of adult horror. I've read some of his adult horror, but I don't think he's ever done YA before, so I'm very interested to see how it goes. The friends that I've talked to who have read this so far have said that he does not pull any punches and that it is very creepy and very bloody. So I am just really in the mood for a homicidal clown slasher. The second prompt is for a supernatural or paranormal book, and this is the one that I picked a dark fantasy book for. I was actually going to read this earlier in the month, but when I heard about these prompts, I decided to save it for this one, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I think everyone's probably heard of this, but just in case, 300 years ago, Addie made a deal with the devil for eternal life, but the trade-off is that the devil made it so that nobody would ever remember who she was. Now 300 years has passed, and she has for the first time ever met somebody who remembers her. The third prompt is to read a book with a haunted house, and for this I'm going with Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Morena Garcia. I am so excited for this. I've heard nothing but good things about this. I swear almost every single person I've talked to who has read this absolutely loved it. And it is about a woman who starts receiving some very strange and concerning letters from her newlywed cousin. So she goes there to investigate, and when she gets there, she finds this decaying house full of very abnormal residents. The fourth prompt is to read a book in the dark, and so for this I thought about picking an ebook, but I kind of wanted something really short and creepy to read by candlelight because I haven't read a book by candlelight in a very long time. So I'm going with this chapbook that I have, which is The Visible Filth by Nathan Ballingrud. I honestly cannot believe I haven't read this yet because I absolutely adored his debut collection, North American Lake Monsters, when I first read it years ago, and I've had this for a while. This edition is not available anymore. This was a gift from a friend who I'm very grateful for. However, this story is in his new collection, Wounds, and a movie has also been made based on this short story. So if you want a good book to movie adaptation to pick up, I would definitely say that, because I know that I, for one, am planning on reading this and then immediately watching the movie. Anyways, this is only 70 pages long. As you can see, it's very small, so it'll be really easy to read by candlelight, and I'm told that it is very creepy and unsettling. It follows a bartender who late one night finds an abandoned cell phone at the bar that he works at, so he takes it home and decides to wait and see if the owner comes back for it, and then some very concerning messages start coming through on the phone, and I'm pretty sure shit hits the fan. And the fifth and final prompt is to pick a book recommended by the host, and I actually picked a book that is recommended by both of the hosts, and that's Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This is Riley Sager's newest release, and I'm a little bit apprehensive about it because unpopular opinion, and a lot of you are probably about to judge me for this, I hated Final Girls, which was the first book that Riley Sager wrote under this pseudonym. I thought it was absolutely awful when I read it as an ARC, and honestly I disliked it so much that I haven't read anything else by Riley Sager since then. However, so many of my friends have told me that his writing has improved since that first book and that was just kind of a one-off thing. So I am determined to give him another chance, and I thought this would be a good one to go with, especially because out of all of the books that he's come out with since Final Girls, I feel like this is the one that the majority of my friends have liked the most. This is about a girl whose childhood home was haunted, and her father wrote a best-selling book about it, but she doesn't think that anything actually happened in that house. Now she's an adult, her father has passed away, and she's inherited the home, and she goes there and starts to see some things that make her think that maybe her skepticism wasn't so well founded. And that's everything for my Summerween TBR. I am so excited. Of course, I do have way too many current reads right now, and I'm going to try to knock out as many of them as I can before the 24th because I really want to be able to just focus on this TBR as much as possible that week. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be participating or what's going to be on your TBR, and if you have any of the same books on your TBR for Summerween, let me know. Maybe we can do a buddy read or a group read. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please click like and subscribe so you can catch my next video. I may or may not try to do a reading vlog for Summerween. If I do, it will be my first ever reading vlog. So we'll see if it works out. I'm a little bit nervous about it. If you have any tips for how to do a successful readathon reading vlog, definitely feel free to leave those in the comments. But anyways, until next time, I hope you're having an amazing day and happy reading. Bye!